Your digestion is the root of your vital tree. This is an old vitalist medicine saying that is so true. And every lifestyle medicine, uh, cultural practice always takes a look at how well are you breaking down your food so that you can use those nutrients as the building blocks for everything, all the daily repairs and repairing your tissues and giving you fuel to run on. So yes, your digestion is a very big deal. And as you develop your whole lifestyle medicine practice, making sure that this ability to digest food is on board. So some of the things that can really get in the way are really a lot of medications will be blocking this problem. So maybe you started off with some acid reflux and you were given a medication and stayed on it, and you're really not absorbing your food very well because that medicine that blocks your acid is actually halting your ability to do that. And it will affect your bone health and all this over time. Now, that doesn't mean coming off of those types of drugs is very difficult, and especially the longer you've been on it. But if you can prevent yourself from getting on them in the first place, or if you really want to work on coming off of them slowly over time, it is worth the work. So the other types of medications that can be very harmful are ones that create dry mouth. Your mouth moisture is the first enzyme that begin to break down your food. So if you have dryness in your mouth all the time, whether it's from too much stress hormone or from a medication, it's worth working on. So in Chinese medicine, we actually call the saliva in the mouth the jade juice. And so there are ways of rebuilding that, like bringing it up. Here, we'll do a quick little exercise. You bring moisture into your mouth if you can. Can you hear that? And then I swallow. So what that does is it brings more moisture to my mouth and helps my teeth, my gums, and then going down, it actually brings enzymes into my digestion. The other thing that really helps improve the quality of your saliva is doing breathing exercises and your mini meditation practice. That is part of what I suggest as being in your lifestyle medicine. So we've talked about saliva. Now I want to talk about another body fluid that's really important, which is your stomach acid. It needs to be there and it needs to be at the appropriate rate. Most of the time, flare-ups with acid come from actually having a weak digestion. So when the food sits too long in the stomach or hasn't been chewed well, the body starts secreting more acid because it sits there for so long. So it looks like we're hyperacidic, but actually the origin of the problem was we weren't really making enough to start with. So that kind of sticks you in a little bit of a conundrum to come off of some of these drugs. But what we want to do is make sure that your eating rate is slow. So you start to masticate the food and get the enzyme started there. And then when it gets to the stomach, your acid is already awake. So this is for, like, for example, if you're eating something that's a little hard to digest, make sure that you slow down. Chew that. Remember, was it 36 times? Be sure to chew your food 36 times. Well, when you do that, you're actually activating the enzymes that break down food here, but it also activates your stomach acid to begin to secrete. So when the food arrives, it's ready to be broken down. So I'm talking about digestion here, kind of the top half. And it's just a really important thing to nurture and take care of. And there are herbs and supplements that can help you, especially in the category of bitter. Those of you who have ever been to a German restaurant or some of the Eastern Europeans, they have aperitifs, which is a bitter liquor that you take to help you digest your food. So the bitter flavor is a wonderful way to help engage breaking down of fat and helping your stomach acid to engage. Making sure that you are creating and generating a good stomach acid. So we really want to watch out for cold things going into the cauldron, is what we'll call it. It needs to be warm. Acid is supposed to be hot, and the heat's supposed to stay down here. And so when it's the right temperature and you're putting in foods that are easy to digest and the right temperature, not a lot of ice, really watching out for that. And when you are able to do that, your body is going to digest with the acid that it has. And then also really making sure that you take the time to eat in calmness that allows your diaphragm that's so close to your nervous system, allows that to allow the food to descend. And just to not overcomplicate the topic, that probiotics, bitters, and digestive enzymes are great supplements that you can help to improve your digestion. Now, you don't have to take those. If you're already pretty close to good, just really nurture the fluids, chewing, being calm while you eat to help things to descend. And then when that food gets to the stomach, that there is the acid already going because you've chewed and because you're calm. And then you're able to go from acidity to alkalinity to acidity. And then your body can go on with the process of absorption, right? We need this as part of our lifestyle medicine. So I invite you to take a look at how quickly do you eat. If you have bloating after meals, you can integrate some sort of bitter or work with creating that as part of your supplement protocol, seeing if you need to integrate some bitters or a probiotic or a digestive enzyme. And I have lots of material about that. So activating your digestion as part of your lifestyle medicine practice. Let's do it.